What was in your mind when you went to create Assassin's Creed 4's multiplayer?
How can we improve on Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer, to be honest? We were getting loads and loads of feedback when we were working on it, obviously. And we had a load of things in mind. One of the key things was something that keeps coming back, or kept coming back, was with abilities and things like that. Often players are saying, I want to be able to affect the game, or I don't like this ability or something like that. And we said, what would happen if we gave the power to the player? What if we could give the player the ability to disable abilities or something like that? And then we said, okay, that would be cool, but what if we actually let them become effectively a game designer? And this is where Game Lab spawned from. So one of the key things that we've been showing off and you've had some experience with is Game Lab, which allows the player to take any of the 6 default modes that Assassin's Creed multiplayer is famous for, and then edit them and change over 200 different parameters to basically create their own modes, share them with friends, and then they're going to go viral. We're tracking all the data that people are sharing, and then all the most popular modes that players have created, we're going to be sharing with the rest of the community. So a mode that a player creates could be basically a mode that Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag multiplayer uses for the millions of players we have.
What different kinds of game modes can we look forward to?
Okay, so we have 6 main game modes. There are 3 free-for-all modes. This is Deathmatch, Wanted, and Assassinate. And then we have 3 team modes. This is Domination, Manhunt, and Artifact Assault. Artifact Assault is like Assassin's Creed's version of Capture the Flag. Manhunt is this kind of cat and mouse version where half of the time you are the hunters and the other team's the prey, and then you reverse the roles. And then you have Domination, which is kind of the Assassin's Creed version of King of the Hill or Capture the Area kind of thing. Then you have the free-for-all modes. You have Wanted and Deathmatch, which are kind of similar. Deathmatch is like on a smaller area with no lookalikes. That's what we call the NPCs who look like other players and things like that. And Wanted is on a bigger level. And then Assassinate is kind of a more hardcore mode where you have to identify your target before going to kill them, and you have to lock them and basically give yourself the contract.
What's different about game modes like Wolfpack and others that are familiar to fans of the series?
Okay, Wolfpack is our cooperative mode, which we introduced in Assassin's Creed 3. It's very different because as opposed to the other modes that I talked about, this is not competitive in the traditional sense. It's cooperative, so it's for 2 to 4 players to work cooperatively against NPCs that you're hunting down. These are what we call archetypes. There is a competitive aspect, and this is in the leaderboards, because we know there are teams out there that go out there that get really, really high scores, and then they try and outdo each other by getting a higher score. So there's the competitive angle, but the key is all about working cooperatively with your buddies and going out being badass assassins and killing people.